lovers of plants, herbs and scents. Welcome back to lesson 3 in Lessons of Aromatherapy, High Notes. Thank you for joining us once again. If you haven't seen lesson 1 and 2, I would suggest you start there. But let's jump right in. Today we're talking about blending and how to blend the oils together. So really great topic. I know a lot of y'all are interested in this. So in these high notes, we're just giving you a taste of what actually a course with LoriO, with Infused Pure Therapy would be like. Where of course we would explore all these different modalities in a lot more detail. So we have to pick our card. Let's see which plant is calling us today. And today I have, because we're blending and I want you all to understand even more where the oils come from, I've brought raw material, botanicals we call them, to show you. Black cohosh. Well, this is another woman's herb. Obviously, I'm connected with a woman today, and the last course too I pulled out, what was it? You all remember? Cramp bark. So yeah, so this is black cohosh, and it has tri-divided leaves complete with 3 lobe terminal leaflets. Of the sharply toothed leaflets, look for the middle leaf to present itself as the largest. It can grow 3 to 8 feet tall, sending up tall shoots of white flowers. So it's quite a tall plant. What parts do we use though? We use the roots. And historically, black cohosh has a history of being an effective plant medicine for female issues. Used to ease the pain of cramps and reduce hot flashes and menopause, it was also known to be an effective aid for those who suffer from rheumatism and arthritis. How to use? In decoction or tincture. On a ritual level, Native Americans used black cohosh alongside blue cohosh in pregnancies and labor. Used early in pregnancy, it was known to be effective for inducing an abortion or expelling a miscarriage. Taken at full term, black cohosh was given to regulate contractions, restart stalled labor, and strengthen the uterus. So amazing properties again. And I think that's really great that we chose, so cramp bark and black cohosh, what do you think? It will go really good together, don't you? And what happens then? It's the properties of both plants enhance one another, making it stronger and more powerful. So lesson 3, let's talk about blending. So what I did was bring you some samples of different plant parts, because that's one area where we could start blending in consideration of plant parts. Maybe we want to put a flower with a root, or we want to put only roots. We want to make something really grounding. And also what's interesting with the plant parts, they help us understand the property of the oil or the plant. So one that really highlights this is vetiver. So this is vetiver root. So it has this earthy, musty smell, and it grounds the plant. And then we have the essential oil that extracts that beautiful essence of the plant, as we talked about. And what is this good for? For stabilizing, for grounding, for connecting one with oneself and connecting one with the earth. So right away, root, earth. So let's talk about another one. Let's talk about citrus. So we have some orange peel here. All citrus oils are uplifting, and we call them, I like to refer to them as the happy oils, especially orange. But of course, lemon is an amazing tool also for cleaning and in your kitchen, lime. And then the flowers of the orange tree, like neroli, which is, orange blossom, just divine. Like this is heaven in a bottle. And right away, it makes you feel and uplift and happy. We also have resin. We have frankincense. So frankincense is a resin from a tree that you cut, and you get the sap like fir trees, and we extract the sap. Well, the sap drips out. When you finish, the tree heals over right, where the wound was. So frankincense is known for what? For healing skin, wounds, scars, amongst other things, because it has, most of these oils have like 10 to 12 properties. That is what is so amazing. But if you just take what works with you, for you, you know, then you, and that's why the combination also is so beautiful, because you might want to mix like a vetiver with a lavender flower. So I have these beautiful lavender flowers here from France. Oh, it smells so good. So yeah, so we have seeds, we have roots, we have wood, like sandalwood, cedar wood. We have resin, as I said, like frankincense. Leaves, sprigs, grass. Look, this is rosemary. I just picked this to show you all. We have lemon, this is lemongrass. We have flowers, lavender, rose, jasmine, and then the fruits. So that is a consideration. Then another consideration would be like the chemical family of the oil or the chemical component. Then it could be the aroma, preferences and the notes. It could be based on the carrier that you're putting it in. Or you can blend specifically for the goals and the concerns of a person. You can also choose certain oils based on the method of application. Certain oils don't go well in diffusers because they're too thick, for example. Or you can use your intuition. You have to consider safety concerns if you're doing it for a client. And of course, if it's an acute or a chronic issue, because that's two different ways of diluting the oils. So you see so many considerations. I like to say I pull a little bit from each. But intuition plays a big role in my blending, and of course what I'm blending for the client's considerations. So if we talk about the notes a little bit, our top note is the first smell, is the first thing you smell when you smell a blend, and that evaporates very quickly. It's usually light, fresh, sharp, penetrating and airy. The middle note is considered the heart note. It gives the aromatic softness and the fullness to the blend. It rounds off the sharp edges, it harmonizes and balances. And then the base, what is the base? Deep, warm, grounding. It's actually the fixative by helps reducing the evaporation of the top notes. And it would be used, you know, the base notes are usually used to relieve stress and anxiety. But it's also, when I say fixative, it's used in the perfume industry. You'd find that vetiver is used in quite a lot of very well-known perfumes. What's important to understand in blending is the expression of the whole has greater effects than the sum of all its parts. So even if you added all that together in different dosage, it wouldn't be as effective as making that blend and those oils and the properties of the oils feeding off one another. I want to talk a little bit about dilution, because obviously if you're blending, you need to understand this. Usually standard dilution, 1 ounce of liquid, 1 ounce of carrier oil, 1% is 5 to 6 drops, 2%, so that's your average, 2% is 10 to 12 drops. And then you have 15 to 18 drops if it's 3%. So mostly you blend at 2%. If it's for child, elder people, you might do 1%. And if it's an acute, something you want to tackle, you know, head on, you might go to 3, or even you can go up to 25%. You can make it very strong. When we refer to neat oil, neat, N-E-A-T, that is undiluted essential oil. And usually you don't want to put undiluted essential oil directly on your skin. So I'm going to go through now, drop by drop, how you make a blend. One of the ways you can make a blend. Base, this is from Aroma Head. So you would select all your oils and have all the oils in front of you. You had already decided what the blend is for, how you're making, whatever. So you bring your oils, you have them in front of you. Then you track your recipe, make sure and write down. You begin with 1 drop of the oil with the strongest smell. Then you add the next oil and pause. And you smell it. And then you add the other. You pause and you smell it. Once you've added 1 drop of each oil, then you can begin to layer and decide how much you want of that strongest oil. Do you want that to dominate? What it is. You're going to balance the therapeutic properties of the oils with the aroma of the blend. And then once you reach your desired dilution, or the blend just smells perfect, you can stop. So that's when you're putting it into a carrier oil. This is how you would do it. I tend to like to do my blend and then put it in the oil, in the carrier oil, once it's blended, right? This example is using like a beaker with a little bit of carrier oil, and then, so you're testing first. I'm a bit more reckless. I like to make it and just go brave and try it out. So everybody has their methods, but blending can be very satisfying. You can really come up with some cool things. You can come up with some yucky things too. So it's about playing. I always say it's about playing. And actually I want to read this beautiful quote from one of my teachers, Emily Stewart, aromatherapist, where she says, "Essential oils are part of nature's handiwork. Like any art or beautiful symphony, the oils need a master hand to bring out their noblest qualities. The masterpiece created by the special oil and the aromatherapist working together is like a symphony played upon one's finest feelings. At the magical touch of the beautiful essences, the secret chord of our being is awakened. We vibrate in harmony, and our minds speak while we listen with an inner silence." Emily Stewart. So be that master. Go and play with the oils. Create your own masterpiece, knowing that not only are you creating beautiful scents, but you're creating healing for yourself. Just making the blends and playing with the oils brings a level of healing. So that concludes our 3 lessons, our first teaser lessons from the High Note series. We have a lot more to share, so I hope you all will join us. We're gonna be sending a link for you to register and subscribe for, if you're interested, to continue learning with LoriO and discovering an incredible world of plants and healing modalities and natural ways of living. Blessings.